Hello and welcome to another update video about QNT. QNT continues to get rejected here in this range. We talked about that in the last video, that so far we haven't got any evidence that a lasting low is in place here in this particular structure. I'm still looking at a potential ideal target of around $80. Yeah, I would prefer that. Doesn't mean it has to happen, of course, but the thing is, it either gets there and fulfills sort of my expectation, okay, and would form a nice lasting low in this overall correction. Or if it goes higher, then I need to see a clear bottoming structure, a so-called 5-wave up structure and a 3-wave down structure for the next setup. But at the moment, it is just increasingly or very, very difficult to establish here a lasting low, or at least the idea that QNT has already bottomed. Again, it could have, we explained that in the last video, but it could have done that only really with regards to the retracement levels it reached. Bear in mind, we are looking at this chart at the moment as a potential wave 2 correction. In this wave 2 correction, we normally expect price to get down to the 50% retracement level. Now that was already reached. I think that was around $130 or something. Yeah. Yep, that was reached already several times, actually for the first time already in November 22. But you can see how long time-wise this correction is taking. So because so far we haven't had an impulse to the upside, but only corrective price moves to the upside, the idea would be to go lower, and that's still the expectation. So again, while the price has done what it needs to do retracement-wise in a wave 2, it hasn't done that. It hasn't done enough to really convince me that a lasting low is in place looking at the structure, because what you normally get is a nice 3-wave structure. So what we'd like to see is something like this, a WXY structure. Typically here in this last wave of the correction, you want price to go below the first leg of the correction. That would be below $95. Price hasn't done that yet. It's not an absolute must, but it is very likely. All we're doing here, we talk probabilities. So you need to understand that QNT here is at the key support at $95. A break below 95 would probably send us down to 80, which is still my ideal target, yeah, the 78.6 retracement level. But obviously it will only be confirmed if we really get a break below 95. Until then, and it's holding support, right, this can bounce quite a few times. Now, we had a bit of, there was a bit of, I don't know, hopium hype on crypto Twitter a few days ago when we saw a few green candles. 50% of that profit is already sold off again, and it didn't break above the descending trend line. It didn't break above the 120 level, which I highlighted as crucial breakout point. So the 120 level for me is really important. That's for me a range high. Price couldn't get above that a few times, and it's still stuck below the descending trend line anyway. So at the moment, the move off the recent lows was just a 3-wave move. Okay, and as I said to you, until I get 5 waves up, I don't see this as any kind of reliable bottoming structure. What would I need to see to establish that QNT has bottomed? I need to see 5 waves up, 3 waves down, and then ideally a break above the first 5-wave up structure. There would be a breakout point. There would be a breakout trade, actually, and that would be a pullback trade. Yeah, it depends on what strategy you're looking for. But yeah, at the moment, forecast unchanged. You can see the rejection here again causing overlapping price action as assumed. And so far, there is no need to change our wave count. This still counts as a B wave nicely. And the expectation would be to go down in a C wave. Now, if that happens straight away, or if it will take its time, because, you know, this correction has taken months and months and months. I don't know. Time-wise, you can't really give a forecast, but what I can tell you is that the volatility here is going down, but it still has enough space to carry on for a few weeks or even months. Okay, so it takes as long as it takes, but a break below $95 would be appreciated and would be expected to get to $80. If it breaks above 120, it would need a wave count change. Okay, if that will already be a sustained breakout, that is what the structure will tell us at the time. But until then, lower is expected. yeah, I'll keep you updated. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.